Greetings and salutations, this is Spelling Cat and welcome back to Dream Daddy. We're still working on those endings. So, yeah, it's this one? Yes, it's definitely this one.
Welcome! You've got dads!
Alright, let's go ahead and finish up Craig. Or coffee. Coffee's good too. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Sure. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. Double motivation. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags in the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. She's fine. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all of my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even going to have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Ooh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding, nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own?
Alright.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all.
Oh,
It's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple days without constant updates on who just got voted off International Haunted House Hunters. Wow. I think I would watch that, actually. Just to watch the yuppies get the shit scared out of them by ghosts. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. I got it. I angle away from him, doing my best dance moves to get past him to the car. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy.
Oh.
I guess I can't argue with that. He didn't like that. Let's try that again. Yes, I know I'm being stupid. I don't care. Okay, my bags. Such a gentleman. I almost had a case of the vapors there. Never fear, these muscles are made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. Guess I can't argue with that.
Oh.
Everything good with Amanda? Yep, on her way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashley's for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. So where the heck is this kid's mother? I don't know, it just seems odd that there are no mothers in the picture. I know a couple of them died, but, like, what's his story? Eh. Oh wait, is Smashley his ex? Anyway, I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no! What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and go press some carrots? No, it's just... Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? With all I had on my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. No apostrophe. Take your pick. I thumb through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It takes me back. Keep going. Get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Keg Stands Mega Mix Volume 1. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. Pop the CD into the car stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported back to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough we're both happily singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the hallway. Yeah, okay. That song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommate! Brought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story. I've heard the story already. Yep. And then we had a room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes and whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer, but it still looks like the town to me, so, you know, whatever. Feels good to be back out here on the same street that we were on when we started. Real good. No. This is just Robert's spot, but okay. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health for the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything alright? Yep. Just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone when we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know it would have been huffing and puffing. I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. That's a badass name, Murder Sprints. Probably would literally kill me. I look around me and take in all the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? You've trained for this. Look, Craig, we all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is our weekend. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in, and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst-case scenarios. What if something happened to the girls? I don't have the signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Okay, Craig looks me directly in the... Okay. I've seen some small mistakes here and there through the game, through the course of this, but that's just, how did you manage to let this get past? Come on, man. I'll do your proofreading. Seriously, hit me up. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite, and we're both glad to see we're the only people there. Yeah, can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. You still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. That doesn't look too bad. I wouldn't put this up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive for the night. That's why you never throw away the instructions. We set out a couple chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily. And look at our camping chairs, which we are going to sit on. So what's next on the camp extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have the shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we can hike to. Let's get hiking! Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Dude! Does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high-five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out! There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Aw, it's pretty. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that turns into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place, we go to investigate. The old waterfall. It's gorgeous. Nature is so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off of it like the old days? Ha! This old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb right up over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. And? What are you talking about? Craig, me leaving is taking his clothes off. Look at Craig's butt. Don't look at Craig's butt. I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I do a lot of glue workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing. You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Who needs pants anyway? They're society's oppressors. Down with pants, down with the system. That's the spirit. Take off my shirt and drop it in a pile of Craig's clothes, put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulls some stunts that I'm not honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home on a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water. Woo! You don't have to say resurface when— yeah, whatever. Anyway, he treads water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just— I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. Ow! I hit the water with a loud slap. Ow! I resurfaced to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? I splash him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. Dunk him. I launch for Craig and manage to get him in an arm lock. Time for the finishing move. I summon all of my dad's strength to lift Craig out of the water. And I drop him down for the splash. Craig bounces back out of the water. My turn! Oh no, it seems like Craig was simply allowing me to pick him up and dunk him. He grapples me with his clearly superior muscles and quite literally tosses me across the water. I emerge devastated. Think I did all those pull-ups just so I could look good with my shirt off? Nah, bro, these arm cannons are dad launchers. Craig does the playful flex for me. Damn. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race you to the top. You run all the way to the slick rocks to cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush! Good form on that one. Wanna go again? You know it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climbed back to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful. I belly flop into the water. Phew, man, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and do our best running jumps into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it gets too dark. You're right. We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. Stop being wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes and tin foil. You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. Craig Drain is pulling in the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and had trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. Yup! He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh. I know I packed it. No, you didn't. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles, and now I'm acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I just showed the trees around us. There's no shortage of that. And some tinder. We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are supposed to come by and give us advanced technology or renovate our house. Depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could conceptually make a passable-looking campfire. Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and the cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quickly. I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. Go overboard with compliments. You're really giving that fire the business. You're an amazing, hard-working father with a steady work ethic and everyone loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero and the neighborhood dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great. Bro, stop. You'll make me cry. Okay. Don't want your tears putting out the fire. Okay, that was the good choice. Eventually, Craig's miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying. I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over, all basting them both in butter. Oh my god, can you cook my dinner, please? Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him go in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet on dry ramen and eating it straight up. Oh my god, Craig, how are you not dead? When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk. Yep, good old Cheerios. I grew up, I guess. Not that I've ever had that, it sounds disgusting. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away.
Oh.
Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese, very good by the way, onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Oh my god, cook for me please. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven.
Oh.
That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it. I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at a salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity that he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
Oh.
Yeah. No, you're not. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy. I have to, for my girls. I volunteer at their school, I cook healthy meals for them, I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way.
Oh.
That, and I don't want to follow my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it. Wow, man. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself, too.
Hey.
I do, though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Dude.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter, too. And this is true for moms, too, by the way. Like, this goes for any parent. Especially any single parent.
I don't know.
It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
Oh.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more, like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I feel guilty even being out here. Craig, you're trying your best, and you're doing an amazing job, that's a fact. But even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Oh, man.
Do I, though? Dude, seriously. Hell yeah, bro. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentless, he's positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee? What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Hey.
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Ugh, no thank you. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth. Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. That is a great way to spend an evening. It is. The stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Chris. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? Oh boy. I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry, I'll just curl up over here. No way. Here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of it. And that's the best way to do. If you don't have anything to put over your cover yourself, you should put it underneath you. It retains heat better that way. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nesting closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. Not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
Oh.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro. Me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kissed again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. I bet you're not!
Man, that was amazing. Just like back in college. I've missed you, dude.
Owie! Okay. Good lord. Okay. It looks like you settled into the neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We've got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year, and I'm sure the kids would love to see your dance moves again. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hey, it looks like Amanda's hanging out with Briar and Hazel. Let's see what they're up to.
Yeah.
Okay, Briar, think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Square. Briar? Star. We'll get it next time. Amanda leans closer to Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice. Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as a third twin. Amanda, that's a triplet. You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're gonna be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are we gonna be finishing? Each other's... sentences! See? Third twin! I have to go. As the party starts to wind down and take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer potty pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So... I also have something for you. Okay, so this is the same. Yep. Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Ah.
That's adorable. Yep. Knock him dead, kiddo.
Aww.
Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. Glance over to the brick at the back of the yard. Craig is sitting on a bench beneath a cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me.
Ah.
I'd love to have one of those. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get some ice cream. Wait, you made up?
Pew.
Love you, Pops. When did they make up? Oh, whatever. Amanda runs off to join her friends. That's so pretty. I take a seat next to Craig as the last guests make their way out of the party.
Oh.
Bro. Bro!
Oh.
This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after a party trick gone wrong. We can leave keg stands in the past.
Nice.
I'm, taking this weekend to relax. This party was my first stop of the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop is Napville. Pull into the cruise concourse. I'd like to take a ticket to Napville as well. I might have to meet you halfway eating food directly off of your own stomach town. We both giggle, but man, do I just want to pour some chips on my belly while I hang out in the hammock. Craig, I'm glad you're making time for yourself. Me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked I was until we got away from the city. It's honestly just as destructive as binge drinking every night and eating burritos off the floor. Yeah, it is. I guess we need to get out of the city more often then. Craig kicks his legs over the side of the bench and leans onto me, lying down on my lap. I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that. I'm trying to not feel guilty about doing things for myself. It's a process. And it's gonna take me some time to figure it out. I might need your help, bro. Craig, I'll be your bro till the day I die, and if being your bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, then I'll happily oblige. Craig looks up at me, smiling. Bro. That means so much to me. Craig sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Bro. We both laugh.
Oh.
You and me, we're gonna be alright. Alright, and that's Craig's ending. So, yeah. A few more third dates to get through. Actually, like, 5 more? Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Okay, so I forgot to include Craig's photo. There you go. It's awesome. He's getting the whole Gatorade dumped on him in a game. Whatever! Anyway, here you go. Enjoy. See you later. Have a good one.